the turn of the 20th century, cameras begin their turning in Berlin. One of the earliest motion pictures finds Prince von Bismarck exhorting the Germans to love blood and iron. Meanwhile, at Windsor Castle, a dashing young lad who someday is to be the Prince of Wales recruits an army. His most trusted retainers are his brother Albert and his sister Mary. And in Moscow, the Tsar of Russia, though he commands the greatest of armies, does not dwell long with his soldiers. He prays to God to heal his invalid son. Germany is forging a great war machine, but the German Kaiser is said to possess a kind heart. He visits an orphanage, for it is a kingly thing to do well and be evil spoken of. Suffer little children. While America toys with imperialism, her president advises soft speech and a big stick. Here is the panoply of a world that was. King George V comes to the throne of England as the chief gentleman of a world soon to perish under the flame and thunder of guns. Roy and Queen Mary leave for the palace. These great ladies never meet again. While in Vienna, the saddest old man in Europe, the Emperor Franz Joseph of Austria, totters through his Emperor of Mexico. Tragedy shadows the Habsburg house. Assassination is commonplace. Surviving heir to the Austrian throne is the Archduke Ferdinand. The camera finds him at the wedding of the Archduke Karl to Zita, an imperious princess. Ferdinand's wife, the Duchess of Hohenberg, stands beside the emperor. He is to meet his death. But today, there is a wedding. In the patchwork kingdoms of the Balkans, the old army game was never interrupted by the passing of the centuries. King Ferdinand of Bulgaria was called the Fox of the Balkans. For 1,000 years, it has been tacked against Christians. His generals counted the Turkish prisoners. King Nicholas of Montenegro. There were other such kings, but they have been forgotten. Italy had an alliance with Germany and Austria, but she was building battleships for a king and queen to launch. While young Alfonso of Spain could not foresee the future, the Germans, Gott mit uns, Sturm und Drang, Drang nach Unsten, a place in the sun. Goose stepping. Vaterland. The Crown Prince wears his favorite uniform, that of a Death's Head Hussar. America, in the midst of a world sharpening its swords, names Woodrow Wilson president and indulges in the luxury of a few mild reforms. Great names in American history: William Howard Taft, Viscount Bryce, the British ambassador, Count von Bernstorff, the German ambassador, Uncle Joe Cannon, Charles Evans Hughes, and William Jennings Bryan. Said Wilson, "This is not a day of triumph. It is a day of dedication. Here muster not the forces of party, but the forces of humanity." The Kaiser, thinking of glory in the German arms, dedicates a monument to his forefathers at Leipzig, 100 years after they had defeated Napoleon in the Battle of the Nations. Followed by his 3 German kings, Saxony, Württemberg, and Bavaria, in the full regalia of war,